Good morning, children. Let's do some revision so that you can answer your question papers. Let me share the screen with you. Yeah, you would get different types of questions, maybe fill in the blanks, one word answer, true or false, as the following, and who am I, explanation for it, and question answers, and programs. These are some of the type of questions that you would get. There are other things like as the following and so on. So let's go through your question paper from chapter 1 to 5 you have to learn. The technology used in the second generation computer, they use transistors. And the first generation, you use vacuums, I think you know. And where huge computers are installed, it is those are supercomputers. Which computer revolutionized the world is microcomputers. Python is what type of programming language? High level programming language. Fifth one, users can add low-level modules to Python. That's the interpreter. Dash is a sequence of characters taken from Python character sets, strings. Python files have extension .py. Operands indicate a label statement and conditional operator symbols. Dash is an instance of class objects. And classes, they act as blueprint to create the objects. The computer language having a set of rules, these rules are called as syntax. Algorithm is a sequence of steps required to solve a problem. Encapsulation is nothing but data hiding. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Java is an example of object-oriented programming language. Bytecode is the compile format for Java programs. JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machine, and they act as an interface between the Java applications and the hardware system. Let me scroll up. Okay, we'll start from encapsulation, 13th one. Encapsulation means data hiding. 14th, the JR is Java Runtime Environment. Java is an example of object-oriented. Bytecode is the compiled format of Java programs. JVM is Java Virtual Machine. They act as an interface. Creating a new class with an existing class, along with some additional features. This is called as inheritance. Dash is a language that resembles natural languages, that is high-level languages. Java C, what is it used for? It is used for compilation of your Java programs. What is the extension to save a Java file? .java. And what does these brackets, they are used for identifying a method. A Java program can be written in any text editor like a example notepad. What does this curly braces specify? They specify a block of codes of class in the Java. Classes can be created using the keyword class. What is println? Println is used to print text on the screen. And Java command lines, what happens to them? They are not executed by the compiler and by the interpreter. The comment lines, you know, it comes with a forward slash and a asterisk mark. Dash is case sensitive, Java is case sensitive. Codes in Java should be written within a class. The main method takes a string that string arguments as parameters. They take it as a parameter. There are many other blanks. You can just check the book for some more blanks, and you see even, I'll give it to you from the summary, some of the blanks. So even check the summaries for all your lessons. State whether true or false, an analog computer can work on digits. Digital computer works on digits. So it is the modem that converts from digital to analog and analog to digital signals. A computer can help in architectural designing. Yes, true. First generation computers were used in business for accounting and payrolls. Yes, they were used for accounting and payrolls. Integrated circuits, that is ICS, were used in the third generation computers. True. The most popular form of computer used for a very long period of time is the desktop computers. Yes. A set of instructions is called a program. True. Computer language has a set of rules called algorithm. No, it's got a set of rules called, they are called as syntax. So false is this answer. Java is a procedure-oriented programming language. Again, false. It's an object-oriented programming language. Polymorphous means creating a new class with existing class. Yes, true. A Java program can be written in a notepad. Yes, any text editor. So true again. The main method shows from where the program will start running. Yes, true. From where? From the main method only, it shows when the program starts running. System is an inbuilt class. True. Curly braces specify the block of codes in Java. True. Println command is used for printing a message on the screen in a new line. Yes, true. Massive following, you have one massive following in your book. You even have in Java. Please check. First generation computers, they used vacuum tube. Second generation used transistors. Third generation used integrated chips. Fourth generation used what they used here, microprocessors. And the fifth generation are called as the artificial intelligence technology. Here there are some questions. Who am I? Now, in the Bluetooth lesson, you have faster and better, richer content, videos, more connections. This comes under the fifth generation of mobile technology. And also get information about it. If you get a question like get information, otherwise you just have to only say it's the fifth generation of mobile technology. And these are the information about it. It's new, next and the newest type of wireless technology, and the speed would be 1 GB to 35.4 GBs. It's more faster, more reliable, high resolution, enhances available connectivity just about the work in seconds. That means better and faster solutions. Okay, the second one is digital voice, and plus it's simple data. It comes under the second generation of mobile technology. It's based on digital system, and the speed is 64 kbs, kilobytes per second. It has certain abilities like digital voice and SMS with more clarity, semi-global facilities in the second generation computer, and they had handset system in the second generation. Mobile broadband was used in the third generation mobile technology. It was developed in 2010. It's more fast and reliable. Speed is 100 Mbps to 1 Gbps, high performance, easy roaming, and low cost. This is the fourth generation. You're getting 4G in your cell phone. So this is the ones that we are using right now. And this fourth generation is termed as Magic. It's a mobile multimedia anytime, anywhere. Global mobility, support integrated wireless solution, customized personal. Okay. Analog voice, this is the fourth bit. It comes under only voice was there in that generation, which was the first generation. It was developed in 1980 to 1990 based on only analog system. Speed was only 2.4 kbs. AMPS is the advanced mobile phone system. In that time, you started having, without having those handles and all, wireless. Could use more voice calls within a country. There's another one. Who am I? I am the process and providing significant information to the outside members and hiding the background details. It is known as abstraction. I am the process of enclosing the data and methods in the same place. Encapsulation, because it's enclosed in the same place. Seventh one, I am the process of creating a new base on an existing class. Inheritance, because it's inheriting the base class. When my method displays different behaviors in different instances, I'm called as polymorphous. I act as an interface between the Java applications and the hardware. This is JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine. I'm used to identify method in Java is a parenthesis. I am a method used for printing text on the screen, println. Here's are some question answers from your reader. You need to go through it. Like what is the storage capacity of first generation computer? If you get it as a one-line answer, then you should say it is a limited storage capacity. Otherwise, if it's a two marks answer, then you write the whole thing. Which technology was used in the first generation? It was a vacuum tubes that were used in the first generation. And write the name of the first computer. It doesn't mean the first computer that's not abacus. This is the first computers which are electronically programmed. So the first computer which was electronically programmable was ENIAC. That's it. Electronic Numeric integrated and computers. If it's only one line answer, you just have to write ENIAC. Otherwise, you have to write it was built by Eckert and Mackley. And after that, it was von Neumann. He had advanced this computer by finding out that the computers would work on a digital system of zeros and ones like your switches on and off. It should be only on and off. So that was the thing that von Neumann had. That's how our modern computers are used on this idea, based on the switches, which is just on and off. Okay, the next question is, what is the advantages of the second generation over the first generation? Okay, over the first generation, I think I didn't put it, but you can just write the second generation. In the first generation, it was the vacuum tubes, and they used to get heated up, and that's, I didn't write it, but please look into the first generation and you'll find. And it used to stop. So that was the thing. But in the second generation, they started using transistors, which revolutionized the computer world. And the transistors were much smaller. They were more rugged, easy to use, and didn't. They were cheaper, more reliable than the first generation, which they used valves. Then core memory was introduced in the disk, because here now you have the system of memory, which was better. While it was in the first generation computer, it was limited. So I already wrote in this before answer about first generation. You can just compare here, this one where I wrote. Okay, it must be coming in the next answer. So then they use a high level programming languages like Fortran and COBOL was introduced in the second generation. Even softwares were developed so that the computers could be used more easily and for more application. There was explosive growth in the computer industry. Everybody started buying the computer for their offices. The fifth question says, what are the features of fourth generation? They use very large scale integrated circuits, and it was holding a capacity of the secondary, they had secondary storage. In the first generation, they used the vacuum tubes. The second generation, what is that? The transistor. When you come to the fourth generation, they use the microprocessors. That is now what we're using is nothing but the microprocessors. And they had the secondary storage system, which was holding up to 1 GB. And the operating systems were much better, and they were using Unix. Then it was more cheaper and easier to use the application softwares. And software development was improving. New software they introduced, and it was the computer system was increased. So the fourth generation is also called as the 4GL, and it developed much easier and faster. Now, explain the classification of computers. You know, you have different types of computers. Mainframe computers, where you have it for the ATM, and or everybody cannot use. Only a person who is really knows how to operate the computers. You have to see your reader to find out all the points on this. I only just written the four types of computer: mini computer, microcomputer, and supercomputer. For the explanation, check your books, readers. Write a short note on personal computers, what we are using in in our school, at homes. These all are personal computers. So they are the most popular type of computers used for a very long period of time. And it is used by individuals, and it's used by also organizations. And in the personal computers, you have two categories. One is called desktops, where it is immovable, and the other is called portables, where a portable can be moved from one place to another. There are different types of portables like laptops, notepads, and palm tops. Whereas the desktop is a thing that's only one desktop PC, which will be at one place only. Who developed Python? It's a high level. If they ask you even a little more explanation, then you have to explain. Python is a general purpose in interpreted, interactive, object-oriented, high-level language, and it was created by Guido van Rossum. It was created in the year 1985 to 1990. Write about tokens. Tokens are small units of programs, and these tokens, we have different types of tokens like reserved words, identifier, literals, and operators. What do you mean by data types? There are many data types. Data types are stored in memory, and the different data types, depending on the data types, they are stored. The data which is stored in the memory, there are 5 types: number type, string, list, tuples, and dictionary. Differentiate between identifier and keyword. Identify a sequence of numbers and characters. And they are like basic building blocks in a program. And these are the class and the variables. And the rules for these identifiers are: first character should always be a word, that is a character. They should not, no special characters are allowed in uh, you for the identifiers. Only underscore can be used. Reserved words cannot be used as identifiers. And there, as Python is case sensitive like Java, small a and big A, they are two different identifiers. What is keyword? Keywords are nothing but reserved words. And these keywords, they express a special meaning to the compiler and to the interpreter. You cannot use these keywords for your programming because they are reserved words. So some keywords are like return, class, del, true, false. What do you mean by arithmetic operators? We have different types of arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponents, and remainder. I already showed you the sums in Python. Please go back to your YouTube and check it. What is a wireless device? A wireless device is a technology used in cell phones. They use radio waves. Things are transmitted via the radio waves or the microwaves, but because it's a short distance, radio wave transmission is mostly used. It's increased for data transmission. One of the examples is Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a wireless device. It works within a short range using the radio waves. And so they allow electronic devices to communicate with one another. That's the meaning of wireless technology. What are the special applications of Bluetooth? The special applications of Bluetooth are wireless communication, data voice, ad hoc, television. Then here, write the steps for transferring files from mobile to PC. You already did a project for it. You did an activity for it. Please do the same. The steps are given here. Just go through the steps again. Define about GSM and CDM. It stands for Global System Mobile, and it's used over 210 networks. And CDM stands for Code Division Multiple Access. It's the second generation system and developed by the US. Define about Android and iPhones. You already know Android is it's done on Unix and it was developed by Google. It's an open source software program. And here various mobile companies like Samsung and Sony are using Android operating systems. And these Androids were launched in the market and they were derived from different dessert types of names like cupcakes, honeycomb, ice cream, sandwich, and jelly beans. iPhone is of Apple, distributed by Apple, and it was originally released in 2007. And you have iPods and iPhones on the Apple, and it supports only Apple devices, and they have their own operating system. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Please go through it. And these are the features of OOPS you already know in the blanks which I've given you, and who am I, those type of questions. So abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. These are the features of. What is a bytecode? Bytecode is a compiled format of a Java program, and it represents the Java program production of a Java compiler. Please go through them. Define the following suitable examples of class and objects. I've explained here. Class is a blueprint of to create the objects which have state and behavior. And I've given you an example of class. Example of class is birds or a computer lab, which is an example given for you before also. And what's an object? Object has state and behavior. That is, suppose if I take the class bird and I want its state. State is nothing but name, color, height, and shape. And behavior is all birds fly, same behavior. Also, I given another example, dog. State is color, name, breed, and behavior, wagging tail and barking. What is object-oriented programming language? That's OOPS. Please go through it. And I've given you examples here, human chair. And I think that's it. That's all for your lessons. If you have any more things, just refer the books and check for more. Thank you for now. Have a nice day. Stay safe.